The next thing we will do with the end value is to do the forecasting. So the end value management technique is not only used for determining the status of the project itself, but it is also used for forecasting. If I did this in the past, how I'm going to do in the future. So let's go back to the same graph that we have before, and then we have on the day 10, we have the plus day 10, so it is everything after day 10. In the example that we gave about the grass field, we have the CBI was 0.67, and the first scenario is we are going to expect that we are going to continue as planned. What does that mean? That means that I spent 600 crowns in the first 5 days, but the original plan is to spend 100 kron. Sorry, I spent 600 riyals in the first 5 days. Then the original plan was to spend 100 only for every day. So we will continue with a CBI of 1 in this case. So the CBI is 1 and the SPI is 1. This is the plan. We are not going to change how much we are going to spend or the pace of spending it or doing the work. So that means that we are going to have the CBI 1 and the SPI 1. And then if you continue like that, we will finish this project spending estimate at complete. So we are here, but we are estimating if I accepted the past, which is 0.67 status, or let's say performance. Then I continue with a CBI of 1 here because it is 5 days and I spent 100. It means that I spent maybe 120 crowns per 120 riyals per day. And then in the remaining ones, I am going to spend 100 only. So at the end, I have estimate at complete. The estimate at complete represents the amount that I'm going to spend in this project after analyzing my performance in the past and forecasting the performance in the future, but in the first scenario, which is to continue as planned. The EAC in this case equals to 1,200 because I have a 200 of or a 200 amount of money exists here. And the end value will always continue from the day 5 to the end, which is 1,000. So here we have two values. The first one is estimate at complete, the estimated amount that I'm going to spend at the end of the project versus the budget at complete, which is the amount, the original amount of budget. So this is the difference between the two terms. And here we have the budget of the remaining works. It is called PAC minus EV. So if I am here, how much amount of money I have remaining? I have remaining 1,000 minus EV, which is minus 400. So 1,000 minus 400 equals to 600. And the estimate to complete, or the amount of money I am expecting to spend to the end of the project equals PAC minus AV equals the 600 that I just calculated. So let's say the estimate to complete equals to the budget of the remaining works, because this is the amount of works that I am going to do. I finished 40% of the activity. I still have 60% of the activity, which equals to 600 units. And then the estimate to complete, which is ETC, equals to this 600, which is the PAC minus EV. And the estimate at complete equals ETC plus AC. So we spent 600 here, which is the CBI, and we are going to spend extra 600. That's why the EAC is at 1,200 line, which is 600 plus 600. So this is the 600 that I spent plus the 600 that I'm estimating to spend. Okay, this is the first scenario, and then the VAC, or the variance at complete, is the VAC minus EAC, which is minus 200. Okay. The next scenario. In the next scenario, we have to consider the previous CBI. What does that mean? That means in the data date, or after 5 days, I saw that I spent 600 in total. That means 120 per day. Then I assume that if I did bad in the past, then I am going to do bad also in the future. That means that I'm going to continue with the same CBI, which is 0.67, and the SPI. But here we assume that we only did, we are going to do bad performance regarding the cost, not regarding the schedule. So I'm going to assume that I am going to spend more money, but I'm going to continue as planned per the schedule. So in this case, when I have this formula or this project, that means that the full CBI of the whole activity is going to be 0.67. Again, when we come to this, the end value at the end equals to the planned to the 1000, which is here. Now the remaining works is still same. We earned 400. There is 60% remaining of the project, which is 600. Estimate to complete. Now, how much I'm going to spend more? We have a 600 that we know that we are going to a 600 value, let's say, we still have in the project. We divide this 600 by the CBI, which is 0.67, because we are assuming that we will have also a bad performance in the future. So the estimate to complete equals to the remaining work divided by the CBI. In the first scenario, we also divided by the CBI, but the CBI was 1, so it was only BAC minus EV. So it is only the budget at completion, which is 1000 minus EV, which is 400. So in this case, it is 600 divided by 0.67. It equals probably to something like 800 or something, or 900. The EAC, the estimate at complete, here in this case, equals the ETC, that the estimate to complete that we just calculated, 600 divided by CBI, which is 900, let's say, plus the original 600 that we already spent. So the 600 plus 900 equals to 1,500. There is another way to calculate the CBI, because we have in this project a 1,000 total divided by a CBI, which is in this case 1 CBI. 1,000 divided by 0.67 equals to 1,500. And the VAC here is the same always, which is the BAC, the budget at complete, minus the EAC. And in this case, it equals to minus 500. The third scenario. Here we need to consider the previous CPI and the SPI, not only the CPI, because the first one we considered only CPI, or let's say only bad performance of CPI, the performance regarding cost. Here we need to consider the performance regarding cost and schedule. So if we consider both of them, the CPI is 0.67 and the SPI is 0.8, we will have different value. Estimate at complete. And we have the BAC, which is like always 1000. Now, we already have this. The remaining work, the 600, the famous 600 is still here. I still need to do a 600 value of work to finish the project. But how much I need to spend to accomplish this value, then it is the remaining work divided by a multiplication between the CPI and the SPI. Because I'm doing bad here and I'm doing bad here. Then that the 600, if I divide it by both of those, the amount will be maybe 1700 or something. And then the estimate at completion is the estimate to complete, which is the remaining work divided by the multiplication of the CPI and SPI, plus how much I actually spent. So this is the EAC equals to ETC plus AC. So if you come to this again, we have an earned value of 400. I still have to accomplish 600 value of work. But I am assuming that I will be, my performance in the cost and my performance in the schedule will be same. That means that I need to divide this by multiplication by this and this. And at least the variance at complete will be the variance between these two values, BAC minus EAC. So let's summarize the three cases. First case, we have the CPI. We will continue as planned. Then we need to assume that we are going to have a good CPI. And the second case, we consider to have the previous CPI or the bad performance that we did in the past will continue like this and will be always bad until the end of the project or the end of the activity. And the third case is to have the CPI and the SPI as the current, which means that we are going to have a bad performance for both schedule and cost till the end of the project. So in the first case, we always have the budget of remaining work. The budget of the remaining work is the budget at complete minus the earned value, which is the 1000, the original 1000 that we have minus the earned value, which is 400. So let's assume that I have a 600 value of work that I need to accomplish. The 600 we divide it in the first case by 1, in the second case by the CPI, and in the third case by multiplication by both of them. This is the ETC. This is the estimate to complete. So I already spent 600, but I am going to see how much I'm going to spend to the end of the project, which is called ETC, estimate to complete, or the amount estimated to complete the project, ETC. So like we said, ETC in the first case, ETC in the second case, and the third case. Estimate at completion here is the actual cost, which is the 600 that I already spent, plus the amount that the budget of the remaining work, which is BAC minus AV. In the second case, it is same of this, but this is divided by CPI, and we know that BAC, or the full budget, or the 400 divided by CPI is AC, so it can also be calculated in this way. Because we consider the CPI for the full work, then we can take the full budget divided by the same CPI. The third one is that I need to take the budget of the remaining work divided by the CBI multiplied by SPI to consider both effects of the performance of the CBI and SPI, and that will be added to the AC. So here the ETC, this is the ATC, same of this, plus the amount that I already spent. This is the EAC, so, or I can take it with this simple formula.